And we return once more to this beautiful loading screen, which is to say, we're back to the Banner Saga. Now, if there's one thing you can probably tell about me through all these videos, when I'm invested in something, I really love talking about it. So I was tormenting the girlfriend with some of the story to this game, and she went, "Where are the Lady Varl?" This is a good question. We should keep this in mind. Not immediately important, but we indeed have not met any. And it's a good thought. It's a good thought. Let's go to the tower. We have finally reached this war-stricken chapter, and we can climb the tower. This is, if we remember, the place where it seems like the dredge are coming from, an abandoned city with a tower. Towers are always ominous, on a coast. And this will close out this chapter. Alright, how do we look? We have Mogger with his excellent ability to draw aggro and heal armor. Our main strategy with Mogger at this point is run forward, use his move once to make sure anyone who hits him takes more shield damage for a full round, and then basically sit there resting to regain his armor. We have Hakan, who now has +2 strength and is at 1220 running around, which is pretty huge. We have Fasolt, who has 21 armor right now. And then we have 3 characters that, exist. I think we're ready. We don't have much backup. If we wanted to sub in for an injured Gris, we could send in Bercy. But an injured Gris is a 12-9 and Bercy is a 9-12. And if you look at their backup stats, Bercy is 4-1-1 and Gris is 4-2-2. So even a 3-day injured Gris with -3 to strength is still better than Bercy. Now, we could argue Bercy's ability is better, because Bercy has Tempest, which is quite a good ability. It's what Gunnulf had, the multi-hit move, or it can hit multiple targets. But Gris's shield move combines pretty well with Ludin. I think they're a solid pair, and having them next to each other makes sense. We could upgrade more characters, but I'm trying to keep my expenditures very focused on characters like Hakan. He's our main character. He's very unlikely to die. Doesn't mean impossible, but very unlikely to die. And characters that I think are really the most critical to me winning battles, and trying to just get them to level 5 and then keep enough renown around that if something goes wrong, I have places to invest. Alright, let's look at this battle. So we got sling throwers out again. A whole bunch of them, actually. It seems like 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, 8-10, but mostly in the 8-8 range. And a 19-11. Not too scary, but if our armor has been run down by the slingers, then maybe a threat. Can we move our units? We can. Okay. So this is hard to move over. So I think if we want him to have a way to move up the field, he's probably going to have to start over there. I think I will start most of my units on this side of the field. Maybe not. It's just so much more space on the right than the left. Yeah. I think actually... but all the Varl will get in each other's way. This is an annoying map to move around on, as I recall. So I think I can keep these units farther forward than I might normally. No, probably not, because this guy, this 8-8, can probably reach my humans. So we'll keep them behind Hakan. I don't love this. I'm just going to have Fasolt run up on the other side. He's such a wall, and hopefully we can move up fast enough on the right to do okay. Let's see what they got. Alright, that guy didn't hit us. That's great. That means Fasolt can move forward at least a bit without getting any hits. And yeah, I want them to move over on the right. I just want Fasolt to be able to take out this guy, essentially. Now, Hakan could get up to this one. And actually probably just should, right? Now, with his 12 armor, he's actually... 1911 is not that scary. So we'll use 2 exert here, and Hakan's huge damage will just start smashing things. I would like to get Fasolt to killer 2 in this fight, because we are trying to level him up. I don't see the need to waste any will moving forward extra. I'm not, going to get a hit here. Yeah, let's just do the movement we can do and see where we're at. Fasolt, I think, will draw this guy's fire. Yeah. But Fasolt has very good armor. don't see any need to move Gris further than... The big guy gets a move, but he can't do anything but armor damage to Hakan, because he only has 11 power. So I'm okay with... he went for Maugre. Even better. Because you know what we're going to be doing with Maugre? Nah, we should be hitting their armor back, shouldn't we? I was like, we're just going to rest. You know what? We are just going to rest. Alright, they couldn't reach us. Perfect. Alright, Fasolt still can't reach anyone, but has so much armor. Not too worried. And Hakan can just one-shot things. Yeah. We're just gonna let Hakan take out all the lesser stuff really rapidly. What a force he is. And he did 1 bonus damage, forcing the move. Fasolt has 21 armor, he's doing great. What would be the most useful thing for Ursa to do? I'm gonna move here. Let's move 1 less. Armor damage? Nah. Let's slag and burn. Just get it down to 9. Make sure it's never hurting anyone much. Because it can get at Ludin here. But hopefully it goes for Maugre. It does go for Maugre. Perfect. Now Ludin is going to move here, so when he pushes it back, he leaves space for Gris to go next to it and use Gris's move to shove it, which will do a lot more health damage because we've impaled it. Okay, they did strength damage there. Not a problem. And now we're going to use our battering ram here. We're going to do the Gris Ludin combo, and it will do shield damage and 1 damage for each it moves, which did 4 damage. Pretty huge. Alright, they hit Fasolt while I drag the camera elsewhere. Not the end of the world. Maugre, just going to rest. That's all Maugre does anymore. And yeah, they walk forward and die to impale. Wonderful. I guess we're just going for shield damage here. I'll pay 1 to do the extra shield damage. Fasolt can't really do health damage too well. Alright, more kills for Hakan. Shame he can't level up any further, but not much else for him to do here. They hit his armor for 1. Big whoop. Alright, we're just gonna, I guess, rest all these units. Get Hakan topped off. Not that there's going to be another wave or anything. But bring you to 4. And I do want Fasolt to get the kill, so I'm going to run away with Hakan. And just rest everyone. Again, not that it matters. I think this is a 1-part battle. We just want to make sure no one goes down, because this is going to be a whole sequence of fights at the top of the tower. And so we don't want anyone to be fighting off more injury than they already are. And we got a kill for Fasolt. Hakan's great now. Yeah, I still think Maugre's our MVP. Though our strategy with him is pretty stupid looking, I will admit. But, yeah. You lean on a crumpled wall, watching endless waves of dredge marching below. Satisfied, Hakan, Maugre asks. The vast number of dredge remind you of the Great Wars. I've seen enough, you reply. Let's get out of here. Maugre stands over the bodies of the man and the woman. Think the slag came up here for these two, asks Maugre, waving his bloodied weapon their direction. Oh, I think if we scrolled up at the top of the screen, you can just see it. There's a fallen man and woman. Let's search them. Maugre leans down, patting the man's tunic. He stops, frowns, and presses his ear against the man's chest. This one's breathing, he says, pulling the man upright. She wasn't so lucky, he says, looking over the woman. The clang of metal reaches you from the courtyard below, muffled by the thick snow. You curse. Quick, back down. Bring the live one. You skip stairs as you descend, shouting orders to the Varl below. We got an army. A lot of enemies, but we still have almost as many Varl as they have dredge. We're a huge advantage here. Yeah, we're gonna charge. We love war. The only place you'll hear me say that. Except I guess baseball stats. War is a very good baseball stat. Alright, we're getting distracted here. And no one who's not like exactly a certain type of American cares much about baseball. I guess Japan does now. And some Caribbean countries are quite invested. Okay, I mean, this is our party. This is our go-to. Fasoltz is injured. Gris is injured coming in. Nothing we can do about that now. We can't upgrade Fasolt yet, so we're ready to go. I really think when Irsa and Ludin are so dependent on their abilities, and we also are like never running out of will on them, it's just not that important to upgrade them. We could make their abilities better. Every, on the 3rd level, they get a boost to their abilities, and on the 5th, another boost. And that would be worth something. But I just... Alright, there's a big crowd here. Nothing with really high power, though. All the big guys are the high armor big guys. 1911, 1611. That said, I think you know what's coming. We're going to keep Hakan kind of safe here. We're going to bring... Irsa goes before Ludin, so I'm actually going to have her farther forward than I have him. Could start with everyone further back. Maybe that's the way to go. Yeah, maybe we take this real slow. Because they're going to be splitting... No, that'll give them time to join up. I'd like to take them while they're still divided into 2 groups. And I'm going to have Fasolt and Gris, I guess, is I'm most willing to have fall. Now, I don't want this guy to be able to reach anyone. So let's have these 2 a little farther back. Let's have everyone farther back. Ah, never mind. We'll let them come to us. Alright, this looks reasonable to me. I do like separating out, the lines my units are on a bit, because I don't want... It's so easy for the Varl to get in each other's way. Now, I know nothing can reach the square, so it was reasonable for me to start farther back so I could kind of make sure I'm reaching squares they can't go to. But the enemy units are now gonna group up a bit, right? They're gonna move towards my units, and that's gonna bring them closer together. So we can move forward 2 without being touchable. Alright. Now, Khan can't quite reach anything useful. I want to keep him out of range. I don't want Hakan taking any damage. He's going to be such a good cleanup character. And like, these things have 18 total. He has 20 power. If we can keep him on 20, he can be very valuable. Alright. Do I want to slag and burn this guy or the big one? Probably the big one. Actually, yeah, probably the big one. So let's move here and slag and burn. Maybe here gets in my other units way more, but maybe I want to put it in front of this guy. When does his next turn? Far away. After all my nearby units move. So I want it to be less in my way, so I'm going to put it here. Might get in Mager's way a little, but should be able to work around it. Alright, can't really reach anything too comfortably, so I'm just going to keep him behind Mager so he hopefully doesn't get hit. Now, wish we had this impaled, but doing shield damage to it will be good. If I could get to over here further, I could push it over the coals, but that's not too useful. Alright, Gris is probably going to go down here, because he's not in great shape, and I'm moving him forward here into a somewhat precarious zone. But we're going to spend all the points he has doing some shield damage to this. Now Mager can shine. Mager can safely walk here, and hopefully he'll draw a bunch of aggro. I'm going to use Bring the Pain. We're at full, so there's no need to rest. We're going to make sure anything that hits us takes serious shield damage in response. Alright, if we move forward, there's coals there, so we will take a hit with Fasolt if we want to go there. So maybe That will go away by Fasolt's next turn. So I'm just going to move one up, sit here, hopefully be a wall between my humans and things that might attack them. But yeah, hopefully they're just going to be distracted by Mogger, who does so much shield damage back. And now, do we really care about getting Hakan this kill? Yeah, I mean, it's still at 10, right? This is a lot of will to use for a kill that's not that important, but man, doing 18 damage is fun. Alright, Mogger drawing enemy fire, makes sense. They're doing a lot of shield to Mogger, but that's okay. Now, Irsa could do... She can't reach anything now. So I'll move her up, and we'll slag and burn to hit both these for 2. And it does 1 break damage to each, right? Or to 1. To the unit that's targeted specifically where it lands, it does an extra break damage. I always forget about that. I think I've been misusing that slightly. Now, tragically, Ludin's range isn't far enough. He can go through my Varl to get to stuff. So I guess we're just going to move him up and sit again. Feels like a waste of a turn, but they waste enough turns back. Now, Bercy, what can you do? You've got 9 power. Not really hitting hard. I'm going to let Bercy go down here. I'm not going to try to be all that careful with him. We're just going to push some things back. Hope they lose turns later. This did an extra shield damage because it pushed him through another one. But Bercy's probably not going to last that long. Mogger. What do we do with Mogger? We rest with Mogger. We're just going to keep his shield up. Alright. Oh, they wasted a turn. Very nice. And Fasolt can now make a kind of blockade here such that the big one can't move forward. That's important. And we can hit either this for 1 or this for 3 armor. Neither matters much, or special, not very useful. This one's a little farther away from other units, so I'm going to get him weak while I can. Oh, and that causes a nice chain effect. Nice. Alright. Mogger having a little trouble staying up. Actually, what if we just run Hakan out to the back? Gotta make sure to do the move properly so I don't run over the coals. We're out of will. Actually, let's use Sundering Impact. That will do a whole bunch and hopefully sets off a nice chain reaction. Yeah. And this guy was stuck and didn't even attack. Alright. If we drop a fire right in the midst of this, a slag and burn, right here. No, can't get there, so let's move a little forward. We could even hit 4 units at once. Nice. It's nice to have area effect attacks. This guy only has 3, so he has to go for shield. Still, a shame he did so much to our shield. And I guess we'll get Ludin a kill. That guy can reach Hakan. I'm so glad he didn't. Yeah, go for Gris. I'm gonna do 2 or do 3. This one's attack is coming sooner, so let's do 4 to it. Bring it down to so it's not very much of a threat. Right, Fasolt's still on 19 armor. We're great. Mogger, classic Mogger. I might move him forward a bit. Nah. It's not like anything can get to a Khan that can't if he moves up. Oh, and if he moves, he can't rest. I always forget that. And that guy moved through coals. Excellent. We want Fasolt to get kills, so let's finish this one off. We can get Fasolt to level 5. Yeah, keep attacking Mogger. That's worked so well for you so far. Right, this guy's actually the most dangerous thing on the field. So maybe I should just move Hakan away to make sure that can't reach it. I was thinking of killing the 6/6. I'm just going to move Hakan away. I just want him to be on 20 for the next part of the war. That does some annoying shield damage. Okay. I could get 2 with a slag move, but it doesn't do much useful. Alright, we'll do 2 this way. Yeah. The other way to get 2, I'd have to hit Gris, and I definitely don't want to do that. This guy's still on 10. Oh, so he's just going to waste his turn. Beautiful. Alright, Ludin. Do you even want to attack this? I'll do shield. I want to leave it up with its 1 power. I want it to waste a turn while they still have some stuff with more. I'm gonna bring this to 1. I know this is kind of silly, but I hope it doesn't walk over the coals. Okay, yeah. I'm just trying to get to turns of characters I want to get kills. Maybe I'm being a little too greedy here. Probably being a little greedy. Because I still can't reach the higher strength units and I didn't get rid of them. Still just going to rest though. They wasted a turn. That's great. And now I can run over and kill the other high-ish unit. So we actually can get rid of one of them. And now it's a few turns before the other one gets a turn. They have quite high shield break though, so I probably should try to finish them off. So okay, let's slag and burn. We'll get Yrsa a kill here. And usefully bring the other down to 7. And we have 10. So we can finish this one and go into pillage, where it'll be easier to store up stuff. Yeah, so everyone could get a chance to gain some will back. Maugre especially can gain armor. I kind of do want Fasolt to get this kill. But how much break does it have? It does 3 break. We heal 3 break on Maugre turn. So I could kind of infinitely rest here and fill up everyone else's will. And just trade armor back and forth with Maugre in this thing. Because it only sent him down to 4. That's fantastic. So Maugre can actually just gain armor whenever he rests. So I shouldn't exploit this forever, but let's do one more round of this. Because it's war, you know? We're going to be facing 2 stages of this. We may as well really optimize our position. Alright, and we'll get Fasolt the kill here. Probably, 90%. There we go. And Fasolt goes to level 5. Sweet. So I don't need to get Fasolt any more kills. We're gonna keep going. We want the item reward. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, that's a disaster. Oh, that's so unlucky. Alright, well this is difficult because 3 12-18s, but they spawned right next to Hakan. And took his power under 20. That's brutal. Okay, we're gonna get out of the way so other units have access, and also to be a little farther away from the ally. We're gonna Sundering Impact for as much as we can. Just gotta hit for what we can. Oh, oh no. Oh, this is horrible. They have so much power. Maugre might even go down someday this fight. Alright, we gotta start lowering their power. But what a horrible 2 units for them to hit. This aligned so badly. Okay, I think we gotta impale this guy. Impale is the best tool we got. He'll have to move back a square to get back in the action. That'll be another damage. And Ludin's down. Oh, Jesus. The 12-18's scariest, but this can't do damage to him. But I think I gotta get in his way. He's just gonna one-shot me. And because there's only 3, they get turned so quickly. Alright, so I'm gonna get out of his way. I might lose this. This is horrible. This was really unlucky placement. Yeah, Maugre's down. Maugre's never gone down. We have no power. How do we hurt them? I have to hit something. So I gotta hit this guy. Gotta hit him for as much as we can on break. But we're just gonna fall. It's 18 power. It's too much. It's down to 1. Right? I mean... Okay, Hakan can do damage here. Can bring this down to 7. Alright, it's gonna summon another ally. That's actually not so bad. Because if they waste turns on something weaker, that's okay. You're just gonna die shortly. Yeah, that goes next. How far can you move? Not far enough to chase me if I go here. So I can get out of the way. And I want to slag and burn. Who do I want to hit? You're at 1018. You're at 916. You can't reach anyone though. So I should hit the 1018 thing because I will have to deal with that next turn. Oh, I should have put it on it if I could. I'm not sure I had a square just to get the 1 break damage. But you can't reach anyone. Do we send you back in? I don't know what else to do. I guess we do. I could try to run away from this one, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that while dodging everyone else. You're at 16. Oh my god. What a disaster. I might save, quit, retry. I can't kill this guy. I should go for this guy. Yeah. Because he's at way too high. I think we got unbelievably unlucky with placement that Hakan got hit. Okay, that's an 8-10. It's vaguely manageable. We can split those two and hit them both on the slag and burn. Yrsa, if we somehow hold off this fight, Yrsa has clearly done the most damage. Please don't attack me. Very rude of you. Okay. Gotta weaken this one while we can. Get it down to 12. That's not the end of the world. Still the end of the world. Alright, Hakan, you're at 11. Oh, you could bring this to 1. But it's only at 5 power. It's no longer a threat. So we gotta do damage to this one. Yeah, that must be correct. Alright, it's summoning another ally. It's not the end of the world. We gotta leave the weak ones on the field. Yrsa's out of will. Okay, she can rest. Should she attack? No, she's gonna rest. That gets her back a slag and burn. Okay, you can hit Yrsa, but like she's fine. She'll just take armor damage. We have 4 power, so we can't do much on you. So we gotta start breaking shields on you. You can't quite finish us this turn. Go down to 3. That's okay. Khan's on 11. Do I want to hit this guy down to 1, or do I want to hit this guy down to 7? Probably this one down to 7. Them putting more things on the field is not the end of the world, because it means our team essentially gets faster. We get more turns in between. Alright. Somehow you're still alive. That's fantastic. Maybe. I'd love to be able to slag and burn 2 things at once. I'm just going to rest again. I think. You're on 5. You're still only threatening 1 damage. I want to be able to knock off some slag and burns, and I think this is my best moment too. Alright, I'm on 1. All I can do is break armor. This is... yeah. I can't do strength damage, so I just gotta make sure your armor's fairly low for my other characters to be able to get you. Love to see them wasting turns with something far away. Now your power is below mine, so I'm gonna go for armor so I can do more. I'm actually gonna move further from other enemies just to be safe. I'm gonna go for armor so that I can start hitting for more. Alright. 1 damage to Ursa's fine. What do we do? What do we do? I want to go here and shoot them. I could go here. It's like, no, that doesn't work. How far can you move? Not far. Okay. So I can go here and hit you. Do I want to boost it? Or do I want to be able to slag and burn? I want to keep my slag and burns. Now, if we don't get down to 1 character, they don't go into pillage mode. So now our 2 characters will get so many turns so quickly. So we can hit this guy down to 3. We can use our speed advantage now. That guy we know can't reach anyone. What's next turn? You have next turn. So we got to move away from you. Pretty limited movement. I'm going to move here and hit you for 2 strength damage. I'm going to try to save my slag and burns. Oh, I forgot you actually would get a turn someday. Okay, I want to leave you alive. I'm going to rest so he has a little more maneuverability, because this won't reach me this turn. When do you go next? A ways away. We can bring you to 2. That's worth doing. Because it's puncture. Puncture damage. We stayed still. Oh, this guy, can he reach me? No, I moved far enough away. Do I want to kill the 7-3? I don't think so. I'm going to rest again. So this game does give you a tool such that, you know, if you get in trouble, you still have a chance in the late game. Alright, we gotta keep the high stuff alive. I gotta start trying to pick at the 10-1 and the 8-10. If we could reach the 10-1, that would be incredible. We can't. But I gotta keep it on the field. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna rest. This might be crazy. I think we've lowered these enough. Alright, didn't even attack. Can these reach me? These are the threat now. Can't reach me if I only move to here. But I don't need to move. I can rest. Right, that's armor damage. Not great, but survivable. We're gonna get a little damage on this guy. Irsa and Hakan, who'd have thunk it? This is the problem, though. This is the 8-10. So we gotta start smashing it. Let's get it to 7. Get it to 4? Let's get it to 4. I used all the will we have, but... this guy's at 5 power. That's kind of annoying. Okay. If I go here, I can slag and burn, keeping 2 things alive, and bring this guy down to 1, and weaken the 5 to 3, which means he can no longer beat my armor. And we can bring this one to 1. And then if we can just get rid of the 1-8, which we can now start doing damage to, I'm okay starting to get kills now. I think I just killed something, but it'll be a while before the 06 moves. I hope. Yeah. He gets his next turn before the 06. This guy goes next, okay. This goes a while, so Hakan will still get a turn before the 06. He can hopefully go finish off the 06. So I'm okay removing that one's turn. Alright, down to a 3-4. But I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to manage it. Oh, I don't have good arrows anymore, but okay. We'll just retreat and try to pick this off. 60%, but I don't really mind if it misses. Alright, it got deflected. That's okay. We're down to 1 armor, but the important thing is we can reach the 06. Oh, I think we did it. War is hell, as they say. You can do 1 here or 1 here with 60%. Actually, we can just boost a bunch, and we can go for 3. You know what? This is stupid. Clearly what we do is slag and burn. That will finish off the 1 and bring the other down to 1. And we're in pillage, and we're somehow going to win this war. And I really hope that's the end of the chapter, because if there's a 3rd fight after this, we are not in great shape. But we earned that Ader Fang. And we earned this end of the chapter. Now, of course, we could have just ended the war before the 2nd part, and we would have been fine. And I also think if they hadn't gotten the turn, and immediately had it been the one next to Hakan, and brought Hakan from 20 power to, like, 11... If Hakan gets the first hit here, he brings them from 18 to... They had, what, 10 armor? From 18 to 8. And suddenly we're in great shape. But, fun chaos fight. What's going on? I had one eye on the fight. Next time I look down, dredge are swarming into the courtyard. Can't tell how many more are waiting out there. But it's a lot. If we're getting back across the bridge, it'll be a fight. Any options? Not really. Unless you want to wade into that valley, we're going to have to leave the same way we came in. Hakan, I think you should take a look at this. Nearby, the man had been bundled and laid near a short wall, protected from the wind. I think this man is a mender. That raises more questions than it answers. That's right, I knew his look was familiar. The Spellweavers? And Ridgehorn? Why? Maybe they knew something about what's happening. If he's going to tell us anything, we need to get out of here alive. I would love to rest. It seems so scary to do, though, here. This seems so risky to do. I want to rest. I agree. Let's decide how we're going to defend this dump in case they attack again. Well, if Maugre's on my side, it's a good decision. Each day we wait here, the dredge are going to pile up. How many will there be tomorrow? Double? What about the next day? Look, it's your call, Hakan, but we can't cut and run on this one. There's one way out. If anyone falls fighting here, they'll be left behind. What would Ludin do? We can do the opposite. You want my opinion? How unexpected. I think there's no point in waiting. Let the wounded ones fall behind. If you've still got any sense, we'll get out now before they bury the rest of us. We're gonna rest. Ludin's face becomes a singular, deep scowl. That's the worth of my opinion, is it? You had already decided what you were gonna do. Any opportunity to insult me. Man, Ludin has a good read on me. He's not wrong. He's completely right in all of them. I'm leaving. Oh, that's bad. Freeze to death in this tomb if you like. Be reasonable for once, Ludin? I am the reasonable one. You want to wait until there's no chance of escape? I won't. Ludin barely keeps himself in check. If it were any colder, you'd be able to see the steam rising from his head as he stomped towards his fighters. I think he's really going to try it. Do we let him? I think we have to go with him. I don't want to lose a ton of my party. I don't want deaths. I don't really know how to manage Ludin, because in my game I sent him to Grofheim when I first played, so I don't know what the right decisions are. This is me trying to finagle this without guidance or foreknowledge. I really want to keep him in my party. I like using him. I'll get the Varl on their feet. Just don't let that idiot leave before we're ready. Temper your pride, Hakan. Won't be worth a damn in the grave. Alright, I really would have liked to rest here, but I don't think I have that option. If we lose Ludin, and we presumably lose Yrsa and Bersi as well, that seems like absolute disaster. We're ready. What's our approach? We can bait the dredge into attacking and wear them down. We can break through the front lines and don't stop. Send the shield bangers forward and fight defensively. Go all out, strike hard and drive them off, or send a diversion to draw their attention and escape. I think they're probably not super well set. Like, I think the case was rest is important because our party happens to be screwed, but if not, you kind of want to break out as quickly as you can. So I'm tempted by 4 or 2, or very similar. But I'm also tempted by like 1, you know, bait the dredge forward, wear them down. But I think we got to get out. I don't really want to send a diversion because I don't want to lose anyone. Let's break through. Could work, Mauger says, as long as everyone sticks to the plan and there aren't more dredge than we expect. We'll make a big show of force. If we split into groups and meet up again at Schlid, we're less likely to be surrounded. Okay, let's see what Mauger has to say about the others. Go all out. Well, that's how we usually deal with a bunch of dredge. You're right, though. The old methods might still be the best. And if we can win this fight on our own terms, we won't have anyone following us all the way to Grofheim. Let's try it. The warriors gather, a row of shield bangers at the fore, and move quickly into the fray, attacking the dredge in familiar positions. It goes well for a time, until you realize that there are way more dredge than you'd attack with a force of this size. As you push into the fight, you hope your endurance holds out. Oh, that does not sound like I'm making good decisions. I really wish the last fight had gone differently. Aderfang, +3 will per kill. It's not much, is it? It's not much. Alright, we gotta level some people up, I think. I need stats. Bercy, you're getting promotions. Only 2 points, can't upgrade again, that's a shame. His power is going to be down anyway, so maybe we take the shield break, make him a really good shield breaker. What's the special again? Knock back and do 1 break damage. I was hoping it did our break amount of damage, because then upping break would help that. So as is, I think we're going to up shield, try to stay alive. Ludin, I could max you out. But what stats would you really get? You're already... Alright, I think we promote Ludin and we give him more shield just so he can stay alive longer. He doesn't really need power to attack, but we can improve Impale here and we can make him a bunch harder to kill, hopefully. So now Impale, we can knock back 2 tiles so it does an extra damage, forcing them to move and makes it harder for them to come back. And because we got him to level 3, we can give him equipment, either move and dodge strength or dodge strength. Or the +2 to armor, but I'd rather have that on Facile. So we're going to give him... he's had trouble reaching enemies at times. We're going to give him this. I'm going to upgrade Irsa as well. We in trouble. And this will importantly, if we give her 2 levels, it will improve her ability. So that means her Slag and Burn can do... It will now more consistently do armor break damage. Yeah, to the targeted square. But just to the targeted square. It's not that noticeable. It's not that big an improvement. What does she need? What helps? Exert, but Slag and Burn doesn't need that. Break gives her something else to do besides Slag and Burn, but I think that's mostly what she should be doing. I'm gonna make it harder for her to die. Yeah. We just got in so much trouble there. We have such a big drop off to strength for so many characters. Mauger is gonna be an 18-9. Facelts. We're going to need Hakan to hit hard. I'm going to have to be really careful about Hakan. I'm going to move him up in the turn order. I think I'm going to move Irsa up. Facelt's solid, but he's not doing a ton. We did up his break. I think this is how it has to be now. Obviously, that went so horrendously badly. I wish the unit at the top instead of one at the bottom had the first turn. If Hakan had just had the turn first. Though with 3 units, it's so tough, right? The stronger their units are, the more you want to split up what they have. Okay. 1611, 1911, 99. This isn't a war, though. This isn't a war. We're really used to wars right now. I would like Maugre to be able to hit something first turn. I'm not sure he'll be able to reach anything. Do we go for the big group or the small group first? Maybe I've been making a mistake. Maybe we should go for the big group earlier, because then the small group far away will effectively be wasting a bunch of their turns. There's a case to be made. Let's try to make that case. Alright, Maugre can't reach anything. Let's make sure the big one can't reach him. Hopefully he draws fire. Good. I'm gonna sit with Hakan for a turn. Let them come a little closer. They're just going for Maugre, that's fine. And if I go here, I'm gonna go here. Will this guy be able to reach me? Probably. So his movement's blocked right now, but depending, if the 8-9 guy's there, he cannot reach me if I go here. And if I go here, I can slag and burn this square. I was hoping he'd step on the coal. Okay, can't reach anything, but that probably means they can't reach me, so I'll sit. I'm gonna hope they're just wasting turns on that end of the board. So I'm really tempted to impale this, but it means it will get out of the way for this guy, but he only has 9 strength. It's not that scary. We did just up the armor to both these characters to 10 or higher. No need to knock back extra turns. He'll move a bunch on his own. Maybe he'll even walk over the coals. Aha, brilliant. Brilliant strategy. Alright. You can reach something. Do you want to? Can anything reach you? Yes. So we're going to move you 1 step forward. We can waste will, though, actually. I shouldn't be over-evaluating from the last fight. We can spend some will, right? Just because we ran out in a war doesn't mean we're going to run out this fight. I guess we just armor break here. Yeah, you're just doing armor. Maugre, you're gonna rest. Middle of the field, that's what you do. It's your job and you do it well. They reach Hakan. Okay, they did 1 strength damage. Hakan's still pretty huge. Should Hakan just run over and sweep up these? Maybe. Why is his exert 0? Characters exert drops when they're wounded as well. Or he's tired? But why is your exert 0? Your exert shouldn't be 0. Only Gunnulf's should be 0. This must be like some specific handicap of this fight. I noticed less movement for some other characters as well. But Hakan is just gonna sweep things, hopefully. Okay, that's fine. Fast Alt has great armor. If we move 1 forward, we can hit a really beautiful slag and burn. Putting extra points in it just as 1 extra break damage to the main target, not to the others, just doesn't seem that worth doing. Right, you're going to go for Maugre because he draws enemy fire. Perfect. And so, do you even care about this one? Probably not. Like, Hakan's going to go kill it next turn, right? But I can't reach anyone else, so I may as well go for this one. Yeah, everyone's exert is down. So this must be I did a bad strategy running into the battle. Lowered everyone's exert. Way to do armor to your ally. Armor damage to your ally. Not brilliant work. Probably lower the one that has higher armor. No, lower the one that goes next. This guy comes up more sooner in the move order. And I'm going to push him back 2 squares to do the extra point of damage on Impale and to do the extra damage as he comes back. Or just, I guess it just does damage one way, the damage as he comes back. Alright. Mauger draws more fire. That's great. And we can bring this guy down to 2. I guess we'll bring him down to 2. Leave weak things on the field. You used extra will just to do armor damage. That's fine. Mauger, classic strategy. Sit here and rest. Okay. You're down to 5. Impale did good work. Still did a bunch of damage to Ursa. That's not great. Guess we just kill things with the con. That's what he's good for. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to attack. And yeah. Turns out having high strength characters can be pretty good. Like if we upgraded Gunnulf, he's probably going to do some useful things. Alright, so we want to weaken the 19-9. So I'm going to make sure to put a slag on him. And that drops a coal in front of him, which is nice. Okay. We definitely significantly upgraded the survivability of Ludin and Ursa, and that is worthwhile. I think this was right to do. Right, it's a while before this guy's next turn. Do I need to weaken its strength? I think I should. I don't think I need to, but I think I should just not be worried about it. My units that go next aren't near it. Alright, good job Mauger, continuing to draw fire. And what do we want out of this turn? I was thinking I could impale the 17-7 because that's the scariest thing, but it's not near Grist, so we don't have a good way to push it back. So I think I'll impale the 8-6, actually. It's kind of wasteful of will, but it's the most dangerous thing that he can really hit, and it's next on the turn order. And I think it might be about to kill itself. Now it'll attack Mauger, as they all do. Well, we can live with that. I guess I'll take out the 5-7. Or, you know, make it not so much a threat. Bring it to 1. That seems worth doing. You just have 3 power, and you stepped on coals because you're very smart. What do we do with Mauger, folks? We rest. And we draw their fire. Mauger can just survive. Mauger's doing work. And now we have saved to con for this moment. I guess he's still not doing much there. Alright, we'll do Sundering Impact if you want to do some damage to both. This is a nice way to do it. We may as well spend our points on it. You're going to go for Mauger. They all do. Can't help themselves. Okay. Let's slag and burn, finish something off. Bring the, the high armor guy down to 2. Not looking to feed Fasult kills, but I don't super care who gets kills at this point. We just want to end them. And everything has low power, yeah, so we're not too scared of anything. And it did help to upgrade Ludin and Ursa. I should have done that earlier. I've been really worried I was going to lose them because I didn't have them in my previous run at this point. Yeah, let's go for the 40% chance to kill it. Nope, deflected. It's a shame. But I think at this point, we're good. Yeah, let's go into pillage. They only have a 2 power. They can't kill Mauger, and we can pick who gets the kill here. Should it be Hakan? Nah, but we should lower their armor for someone else. This is not war, so I'm willing to use all my will. Because I know they won't give us a second battle. And let's finish this. Ooh, tough rounds. That second round of that, I guess, 7th war of the chapter really got to me. With the first wave of dredge out of the picture, you stop and take stock of the battlefield. Oh no, are we having a second wave? Your warriors are doing as well as you could hope. Fortunately, there were enough of them to pull it off. Good thing we recruited at every point. The dredge are furious, but falling quickly. You think you could safely outdistance them at this point. You're almost free of this nightmare. What to do? I can't help myself. Leave no dredge alive. Run from dredge, not after everything you've been through. You redouble your efforts. Every last one of them on this field are going down. Please have it be a separate battle, though. I think it is, because we just went to a loading screen. I want to call it, but we have to finish the sequence. We have to finish the sequence. We can upgrade Fasol. That's wonderful. And we're going to put the points in strength. I like saving renown in case things come up. And I don't think we really need to upgrade the others any further. Maybe one more point for Gris. Alright, Gris can't even take it. Alright, let's try. Please be the end of the chapter. Oh, please. You know what? I'm going to split this and call this a new video. Give me a moment.